Someone told us we're live. We're live. I'm Hans, AZL from our European headquarters here in Oslo, Norway. Quite fall day. A little bit rain in the air, but that's the time of the year. Sorry for being late. We should have been on the air this summer, but we just couldn't team up. But we're doing it now as we speak. What are we going to talk about today? Well, Rob, what do you think over there? I'm not sure where you are, but I have a feeling you're in Washington, D.C.
Hi, Hans. You are wrong. I am in a miniature version of Switzerland. Can't you see? Isn't it obvious?
Anyway, we got actually quite a bit and a little bit different kind of announcement. We're not sitting in the sun. Kind of missed that. However, product updates, we got several. I'll get to them in a second. And our long anticipated bay window caboose rerun, fourth edition actually. So this is one of the hot new ones. Caltrain, never done that before. I'd like to also bring your attention to this special Union Pacific. Now this is the one that the Union Pacific Heritage Train uses when they run steam excursions. So if you've seen this in a video lately with the big boy, well, here it is. So if you own a big boy, I would really get this one. So bay window cabooses, they are actually done. We're waiting for shipment from China. Should be here probably mid-November. So look for maybe early December release and enjoy. Lots of great road names. Some new, some old. Lammy, New Mexico. Oh boy, people are sending me a lot of mails on that one. I'm gonna try to get Andy in England to shoot a little video and he can explain what's going on. I think that's the best.
Good afternoon. Lammy, a quick update. It's on its way. So here is the first batch, 16 Lammies, the later version. The earlier version will follow on. Just to give you a close-up on one here. I've perfected the stucco in Z scale. You can see it was quite rough in real life, but I think I've done a good job here. This is actually bronze powder applied over super glue. Looks pretty good.
I'm back on the air. So, GP30, one of our really old locomotives. Very happy that we are going to rerun this. So the big surprise is that we are making some extra plastic. This time we will include the high hood, Southern and Norfolk and Western. Also a couple of Norfolk and Southern units. Really going to add a lot to this wonderful petite little locomotive. Now we're pretty crazy because we're also going to tool up the GP30B B unit. Who had those? Only one railroad, Union Pacific, but they look great, and that's why we're doing it. And you better buy them when we make them. I wasn't kidding about buying the GP30B. You know, if you buy a locomotive like that, it just tells us we can tool up a lot of special projects in the future, but you have to buy them. Well, enough of that. So, when are these out? Probably spring next year. That's 2025. So we're rerunning a lot of the old railroads we already did, road names. We're also adding some new ones. Have to do that. This is going to be an interesting and fun release. And what stays the same? The handrail. Remember, these have our early metal handrails. Can't change everything on the locomotive, and they look good. So we're going to keep those, and I think you're going to enjoy them, and a lot more on these later. Just love the F units. Been with us for a long time. We started with the F3s and the F7 followed. So what we're doing now is to release some new and some old road names again. We like doing that, absolutely. And I also like to add some new plastic. Plastic is exciting. So what are we doing? Well, there's something called a sideline snowplow used by Union Pacific that will be available in on the F3, Union Pacific F3. And the spark arresters, we really never did much, but we're going to have 5 different spark arresters to make or F units a little bit more prototypical. So spark arresters, you can see here on the PDF what they look like, the 5 different ones. Quickly, you can also glance, get a view for all our exciting road names. A lot of new road names here, some old ones as well. It's going to be a good run. Modified AAR 1937 box cars. Well, they're out. So I'm not going to talk about them. Just visit our website, get familiar with them, and they're absolutely stunning. So it's not an update because they are already released. Enjoy those as well. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. You know, we're talking about all kinds of things. We just talked about the 1937 modified AAR car shipping from China. What we didn't tell you, oh, what was that? What was that? There's 2 other brand new freight cars shipping from China as well. For some reason, we forgot to tell you about it. Here is one, being the F box. Beautiful. Typical TTX 50 footer. This one made by Trinity. Lots of details. What we have also done is to include some other railroads that had cars almost identical to this one, like Montana Rail Link and a few other ones. Take a look. So, what's the other new freight car shipping from China? Well, it's actually something that you told us to make. At least 5 of you contacted us either on the post on the forum or a message. Why don't we have these cars? And I don't know why we haven't had these cars, but we have. Here it is. Now, this is a 31k gallon tank car and it's modified, so it has the safety shields on both ends. Quite a bit larger than our funnel flow, and this is going to be a great addition to any modern consist that you see. Filled with details. I'm almost afraid to touch it. It's so much. Hard to show off on this video, but I hope it speaks for itself. So again, it's shipping now. So I'm not sure exactly when we're introducing this car. If not October, for sure November. And gonna look real good in a unit train. We're doing about 15 road names, most of them black, just like this. We have some white, we have one gray, so they didn't differ much in colorization. But just enjoy. I'm bouncing back and forth a little bit, kind of unusual for me to shoot a movie. I'm not very used to that, but update previously announced AC 4400 C449W. And here they are, the engineering samples. Just got them. Very happy. They were just sitting on the test track. That's why I wasn't in my seat when this video started. Very similar to our current ES44 ACs, mechanically so. Just the changes you're seeing are just typical for these locomotives. If you look at the top of the nose, we did put in separately applied grab irons or handlebars. Didn't do it all over the locomotive, but we thought this would be a nice detail. We're showing engineering sample without the pilot, but that will be installed on all locomotives. Option being, like, you could remove the pilot and insert another truck with a coupler, then it would look like this. This is just an engineering sample. Missing sunshades as well. I think the only railroad that didn't run sunshades were the Canadian Pacific. A lot of fun. This part pops up so you can kind of get a little look in there. It's not exactly where you would put the decoder, but it's kind of fun. So about 7-8 years ago, we had to shut down brass steam development. We had the Norfolk and Western J class in development because of environmental issues in this district of China where it was going to be made. They had to shut down their brass production, and it's been in limbo ever since. Well, we found someone else through the wonderful Model Railroad network, another producer, not in this district at all, allowed to play with brass. So it's back on. The J class is back on. Well, not only are we making the locomotive, one of 13 Norfolk and Western J-class locomotives, we're also making the Powhatan Arrow consist. Now, where are we on this project? Well, we are actually doing pretty good. I'm going to show you something, if I can find it. Ah, found it. Well, here is the tender, an early tender for the first 10 J-class locomotives. The last 3 had a slightly different tender. Don't worry about the coal size. We're going to sort that out. This is probably more like HO. This is the first product this particular manufacturer will do in Z-scale. So we're getting a lot of questions. But he's skilled. I've seen his products with other manufacturers. It's good, really good. So if I have the tender, obviously I also have the locomotive somewhere, kind of like right there. Oh, sun came out. We'll move a little bit. Isn't that the beauty? So what I really like about the J-class, it's a locomotive that's still running. Of the 13 locomotives, Norfolk and Western kept one. Is today also operated by an historical society. And what a great locomotive it is. Streamlined and pulling the Powhatan Arrow and other things. So the Powhatan Arrow, I don't have any drawings on that. We're going to make all the 5 different passenger cars that came on that consist. Consist usually, it's not like super big as or long as some of the Western railroads. But you know, it wasn't uncommon to run 7, 8, maybe up to 10 cars. And we're going to release this in 2 batches. First the locomotive, followed very closely with the passenger cars. And this beautiful black and maroon colorization. So quantity, everybody asks about quantity. We will make about 160 locomotives. That's the current status. And I really hope this will be a success. If it is a success, we will make more steam locomotives in brass for sure. I have a short list, probably 10 steam locomotives I'd really like to make, but we got to sell them as well. Enjoy. And I think that was it. Tons of new items, fun updates, and a lot to look forward to. We haven't told you everything about the reruns we're doing, because kind of it becomes too much, too overwhelming. We can piece that out to you little by little, and I think we're off the air. Well, Rob? Yeah? You still there? Yeah. I thought we were off the air. Well, okay. Well, we aren't supposed to be here, are we? No. So, okay. What do you want to talk about? Well, maybe we do have one new announcement. We do. We do. So, in development, haven't told you guys about it. We thought the F unit looked a little bit lonesome. So, having done the Alco PA, we thought we'd do the Alco FA and FB. Yes, we are. When are they showing up? Well, probably end of next year as well. It's going to be cool. Tons of road names, wonderful color schemes, and I really think this will add to the transitional area, you know, just after World War II into the 50s and 60s. And yeah, really a cool locomotive. So yeah, sometimes it's good to, you know, not to shut off the video when you think it's over. Hey, the announcement was done. Yeah, we have one more, and that is the Alco FA. And this is going to be a lot of fun. See you next time.
I think if you do all of these projects, where am I going to put them? Have you seen this stuff around here? Oh my God, we're drowning. Stop it.